Testing again, because I think it was using the wrong microphone last time. Let's try this again. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Ray, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my first ever installment in my podcast. Yes, podcast. I don't really know what I'm doing with my life. I don't really know what I'm doing with my channel, so I thought I would make a podcast and try and document everything that's going on. So yeah, my life is a little messed up, a little crazy, but trying to get through it. So how have you guys been? I've been stressed, I guess, to say the least. I'm assuming that most of you that are now coming across this channel or have even been subscribed to me for a while probably don't know much about me. So I'm going to use this podcast, or at least this installment in this podcast, as a bit of a way to get to know me and kind of a little introduction to me. I am in high school. I'm actually a senior in high school, and I will be hopefully graduating this year. It's still up in the air whether or not I'm actually going to have a graduation, but I'm gonna get a diploma this year. I'm gonna be done with high school after this year, and I can't wait to get it over with. Public school just hasn't been my thing. I've dealt with a lot of bullying in the past. I've dealt with self-doubt and insecurities within myself. I've dealt with mental and physical health problems. It's just been a time. But yeah, so I am a senior, as I said. I will be going off to college in the fall, and that's going to be a whole new journey. So my mom works at the university that I am planning to attend, which means I get free tuition. That does not include room and board, so I still have to scholarship and figure out how to pay for room and board. But I get free tuition, and that is such a blessing, and I am very grateful for having that. But at the same time, they can't offer me, the school can't offer me any scholarships because I have my tuition paid for. Any scholarships offered by the school are only deduct from your tuition. They don't go towards your room and board. So any music scholarships, any academic scholarships, even like my merit scholarship, I think it can't go towards my room and board. It's great. So all of the scholarships and things that I have to find for my room and board have to be like local scholarships or something like that. So yeah, that's been a bit stressful, but at the same time, my room and board isn't necessarily that expensive to begin with. So even if I can't scholarship it, I can easily pay for it. But yeah, I am going to college in the fall. I'm going to a private university. Like I said, my mom works there. She actually, she's not a teacher. She works for the president of the university. So that's my situation. And I hate the question that I always get after I tell people where I'm going, and that is, what do you plan on studying, or what's your major, or what are you going into, what are you doing with your life? And to be honest, I have no clue. For years, I've always thought I would go into engineering, into science, into something along those lines, because I've always loved creating and engineering my own my own solutions to problems, not engineering my own problems. I hope I don't do that. And also, when I was younger, I wanted to be a veterinarian, and I still love animals, but I can't see animals suffering, so that's out of the question. But at the same time, over the past 4 years, I've fallen more and more in love with music. I joined the marching band my freshman year of high school as a clarinet player. I was a horrible clarinet player. I still think I am, but technically I'm first chair, whatever. Gonna flex a little bit there. But yeah, I was not very good when I started at all. I was very behind on my skills, but over the past 4 years, I've really grown as a musician, and I've grown to really value music even more. And the past 2 years, I've been in the jazz band. I've played saxophone in the jazz band, and I've loved every minute of it. So I just want to keep music in my life, and maybe the way I do that is through becoming a musician or going into music in some way, whether it's music production, music performance, or music ed. Hopefully not music ed, because I'm horrible with children. Don't ask me to babysit your kids, okay, guys? Don't ask me to babysit your kids. It won't end well. I really don't know what I want to do with my life. I don't know if music is the way to go. And honestly, I probably won't end up doing music, but I still keep it in the back of my mind. And I think my opinion on music will change once I take my first music theory class, because that always seems to ruin people. In about a month, I'd say, we're actually moving. We're going to be moving down to the town where the university that I'm going to is, and also where my mom works. So my mom no longer will have to drive an hour and 15 minutes each way every single day to get to work, because no one likes to drive that much, let's be honest. So my mom will be closer to her work, and they will also be quite literally a block away from my dorm if I decide to go to the dorm that I'm thinking about going to currently. So that's good and bad at the same time. So let's say I get in a fight with my roommate, I can easily just go home and sleep, you know? And when my cat has separation anxiety from me, because let's face it, he does, I can easily go and pet my cat. But at the same time, it's like, I want to force myself to have independence. I'm an only child, so I've always been with my parents. My parents have always been like some of the first people I ever go to, just because they're right there, and they've always been such a huge part of my life, and I've always relied on them so much. And I kind of want to force myself to go out and experience the world. I don't want to be able to rely on my parents forever, because I won't. So I'm a little nervous about that part, but I guess it'll all kind of figure itself out. But yeah, as I stated before, I am a senior of high school. This is not at all like I expected my last semester of high school to be, but it turned out to be that way. I'm not going to mention the virus by name, but you know who you are. Let's just say that you know who you are, because technically apparently people are getting demonetized for this. I'm not saying that this video is monetized. It certainly is not, but I don't even want to take any chances. I don't know what YouTube's doing with all of this virus pandemic stuff. And honestly, I just want all of this to get over with. Like I said, I've been dealing with mental health issues. That is for a later video, but this whole situation has just made everything worse. And also, I recently found out that seniors might get all of their classes pass-fail for this semester. And basically our grade at March 13th, that would be our grade for the end of the semester. And that would be our grade that determines the pass-fail, which is very nerve-wracking, because I had like a really low C in one of my classes because I didn't turn in a bunch of assignments. I later turned those assignments in. It's okay now. But on March 13th, not May 13th, March 13th, it was a really low grade. So if that grade is what determines the pass-fail, technically I would be passing because it's a C, not a D. But at the same time, I'm like, I barely passed, and that makes me really nervous. But yeah, I really don't want all my classes to go to pass-fail. I understand why it might happen, because there are plenty of people that I know personally that don't have good internet, or maybe even internet at all, so they can't get on and participate in their classes and stuff. But it's really weird to try and think of what might happen over these next few days. Technically tomorrow, I think, the administration and the senior teachers, so like my English teacher who teaches a senior class, I think they're all meeting on Google Meets or something, and they're going to talk about this situation, because I know for sure they don't want to go pass-fail, but they might be forced to by our governor. So don't know what's going on with that. But I think with that note, I will end this video right here. Thank you to anyone and everyone for watching, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hopefully I can make these a daily thing. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.